All right, today we are finishing our Damascus hunting knives. And as usual, I didn't get finished with mine. However, you will be able to see the handle shaping and blade finishing of the students. Let's go see. All right, everybody get their knives. Now you're gonna let it rest right on here. This should be very flat. When we looked at this thing, all the lines that I make knives, they'll follow right into those Fibonacci curves. People call them French curves. All my knives will flow into those lines. I like the way that looks. It's a natural thing for me. I can draw that line and you could put that radius on there and it'll match it. I've just been doing this for 20 years. And when I'm looking at a knife, I want it to look very pleasing. There's certain things you see out there and you go, oh, I like the way that looks. So start on the back. Now here's the thing. This is 2 inches wide and it is flat. And there is no 2-inch wide flat spot on that knife anywhere except on the blade flats. Well, we already did that part, but there is no 2-inch flat part on that knife. So I'm not gonna do it, I'm just gonna show you. If you're grinding on this and you find this piece digging in, that means you're doing it wrong. You can't use the whole 2 inches at once. You hadn't done it yet on the knife. I don't know why when we start doing this, everybody starts trying to get it all flat, okay? So let a little bit hang over whichever side you're working. So if you're working this side, come look over top and you can see. I'm not trying to get it flat. I'm not trying to make an angle like this. I just wanna use what I have to use. So I can, when I get inside here, it's trickier. See, I gotta use these things. Yes, you could put a wheel on it and do all that stuff if you want to. And I'll put a wheel on it if you think. Usually people screw up pretty quick with those, but we'll do it if you want. It's not a big deal. It's easy to do. I can put the wheel attachments on. I just try to, saves me time. One time when I was full on producing knives and only knives, I had 4 grinders in my shop and they're all set up differently. And that saved me an hour every day. And I save an hour every day at the end of the week. That's 5 hours I could do something else with, All right, so make sense? You guys want to try this? Yep. Let the machine do the work. It'll cut as fast as you push it. You don't have to. You can just feel that and say, okay, I can keep going. And when you get to the end, do the back and stop. Don't do the inside. Everybody do the back and stop. Okay. Get your masks. This is dusty. You don't want to breathe this stuff. Right. Stop. Let me do something. I got to get that thing square. It is irritating me to the maximum level of irritating. See how irritating I am? So here's the thing. If the belt is hanging over one side or the other, this is important. If it's flat, great. If you notice that it's hanging over one side and this isn't the side you want to grind on, make sense? Yeah. Because that's going to flex a little bit. That's going to give you a little flex. You can go up against it like that if you need to. But over here, you can't do a dadgum thing. It's going to be as flat as possible. And you can't grind anything flat on here. There's no flat. It's all curve. So use that edge and grind this direction, all right? And if you want to do it this way, then let the belt hang over that way, all right? All right, now, first thing you do, you're gonna hit that little bump right there. Gotta see this. If you don't see it, it won't make sense. You'll take more than I want you to take. That's just a little arc, a radius, an arc. That's a line that looks like this. Like in the early in the morning when the sun starts to come up, that little bump. All right. And then you're going to go in here, and this is another arc. It's like the reverse, and you're going to swoop, swoop, and then you can finish it. And sometimes you have to turn it around and then do this way. Okay? This is going to be a little more sloppy, but I don't want you to worry about it because we're going to fix them. They're going to get better and better as we up the grit. Okay?
Okay.
Look! A line that divides this handle material right here. All right? And I'm drawing another one on the back here. All the way to there. All the way to there. You see that line?
Yeah.
It's a wedge shape. If I was to connect these lines, I'm just taking off kind of a 45-degree angle all the way around. All right? I want you to grind that off next. All right. Don't grind too much. Just take it to the line and to the line. Don't take any more than that. Yeah, split it. Divide it right in the middle. And then that one's gonna be, yep, about right there. All right, got it. How you doing? Good. If you guys need me to fix your glasses up to be more accurate, I'll do it. This is all you got to do right here. Look, just do that. Now you can see where to do it. This is pretty easy. I'll start back here. That line and that line are now connected.
You see? Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Don't grind the metal. If you're grinding the metal, you're pushing it way too hard to start. Don't push it that hard. Just take a little bit off and see what happens. You know, just take a little bit off. And then after that, we're taking all these other lines off, like on the back. So we take that line off. And that's pushing it pretty light. Pretty light. Same thing on the inside. Pretty light. We got to fix that. We're going to make them match up. So we'll have to do that in a little bit. Don't push them too hard. Watch it cut. They're used to seeing things in planes. So we're roughing it in by making these planes. And however you do them, it don't really matter. I showed you how to do it on the wheel. I showed you how to do it flat. Both of those are complicated because this is all curved and that cross section is rectangular. Anywhere we cut it, it's a rectangle. Anywhere we cut it. But now it's starting to get egg shaped. So once we get that, you understand this? This is what we're doing now?
Yeah.
Then we're going to break these off and that off and these off and that off and these off and that off. We're going to start
all the way down.
So then it starts looking like this egg shape. So it's nice radius up here. Nice radius. It's the whole thing is more accommodating to hold in your hand.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
A cross section. Everybody know what a cross section is? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the cross section on this is rectangular. That would be the steel coming through the middle of it right there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oreos are constructed the same way. Although Oreos appear to be round, when you turn them sideways, they have a similar construction.
Yes.
The best part of the Oreo is whatever that shit is in the middle. I don't know what it is, but it's good.
It's
All right. Now, what we are doing is dividing the thickness of this, which is a 1/4 inch. We're measuring a line so we can see what we're doing. These are guidelines. They're not rule lines. They're guidelines so that eventually you can make that handle kind of like a stretched out egg. It's a little skinnier in the front and fatter in the back. Does that make sense? That way when you hold your hands, like, man, that's comfy. Any way you hold it, it's comfy. That's where we're going. That's why we're doing it this way. If I show that to people, I go, okay, let's just start shaping it like that. Where's your reference point? You have no reference point. When you're driving down the road is, what is it?
Mostly level.
Mostly level. When you're building a house, mostly level. Most of the things that you're looking at are either straight up and down or horizontal. That's just the way it looks. It looks that way. So it's an easier thing to recognize. If I start showing you domes and arches and stuff, people are like, whoa, that's art. I mean, that's really what it is. It's art. That's what we're going to, but to get you there, I have to show you this way. So we cut this corner off. We cut this corner off. We cut these corners off a little bit longer. And then we're gonna break these little corners. We're gonna blend these little corners in. Get it? And then we're gonna have this to be our egg shape. Okay?
Yep.
This is simple. It's simple. It's simple on that thing. Keep it simple. Don't try and make it something it's not. It's super, super simple. And the easiest way to get there is cutting the facets and blending the facets in. All right? I do it the same way when I do contoured handles. I don't know if we did that on yours. Did we do that? I might have gave up on that for a while. Because sometimes I teach it doing the swoopy Marilyn Monroe Coca-Cola bottle shape. That's really comfy, but you don't do it on little knives, and you don't do it on little knives because you're not holding them that way. Choppers are nice that way because your hand's moving around and it gives you really good reference points, but when they're smaller knives, it's not a really great idea to do that on a small knife. When I'm doing this by myself, I just go fast and I do it. And I don't talk, I'm just, and it goes really quick. I don't have, it is a process. It's just, I've done it so many times, it's like playing a song. It's like 3 chords, it's super simple. This is harder to share, and it has a lot to do with the way people's brains work. Some people can think in numbers, some people think in pictures, all right? So it's hard, but figuring out a path to get there is easy. So the easiest way I know is to do those flat planes and then blend the flat planes in. I don't know an easier way. There's not an easier way to do it. Because we're seeing, hey, there's the driveway, there's the roof line, there's, you know, it's all squares and stuff like that, all right? Take every edge you see on there, take it off. I'll do the inside. Don't overdo it. All right, that's close enough. Come over here with me. These are gonna look so badass. And that belt's very flexible. There's no backing on this. You don't have to use the edges so much, all right? There, you're getting there, but get them facets out. Get all those facets out. All those facets out. Just going over here. All right, stop using that edge over there. Listen, when you're using that edge, this has got no platen. Look behind it.
Yeah, no platform.
There's nothing in there. So you don't have to use that edge as much. You can just do this.
Okay.
See? And if you do this, you really get all that stuff out of it. See what I'm saying? It might need to get tighter. There you go. And when it gets dull, get some more. Same thing on the inside. Inside, you can get only so much, and you have to come in here and do that. All right?
All right.
Is that cutting?
No, it's been slight.
Yeah, let's get some 120. Tighten it enough, and you got to make sure there's leather in there. And then you take this, and everything you didn't get evened out, it'll even out with this. See what I mean?
All right.
Work that side, work that side. Here's how I do it. I just go like this. Okay, pencil, see your knife. So we're gonna make a little divot right here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, this is an exercise in sharpening, okay? Most people don't really know what that is or why it is. When I'm doing knives a certain way, I try to sharpen them a certain way. I don't want anyone to get hurt while we're doing this, and if we made them sharp previously, then everyone would have been cut already. This is not my favorite way to do this, but this is the way I have to do it because of class. It produces a secondary bevel. Eventually you're gonna wear that in and it won't really become a secondary bevel anymore, okay? So I'm gonna start with a 120, then we're gonna go to a finer one, and then we're gonna on a rock or a stick or something. I hope I got them here. If not, I'll bring them tonight and we'll redo them because I thought I brought them. So, you guys hold your knives. I dropped his straight on the point into the concrete. Didn't hurt it. This angle is about 12 to 15 degrees, all right? So I got a burr on here. That one's not where I want it to be right there. There we go, now it is. Okay, good. This is a way. This is not the only way. That sound I do not like. All right, now one thing we might have, you guys start cutting, if you notice the knife gets dull real quick, you have maybe a wire edge. This should take the wire off. It usually does. This is so stupid sharp. Stupid sharp.
Wow.
Damascus hunting knife class. We made Damascus. That was the easy part. We did this a very different technique. We got the blades. That was the easy part. We ground the blades. That was a difficult part. That was a tricky part. That was hard to do. We hardened the blades. That was the easy part. Put handles on. That was the easy part. Shaping the handles. That seemed to be a pretty difficult part. And then we made them sharp and everybody's got big smiles on their face. This was the Damascus hunting knife class. And if you'd like to take this class, go to my website, send an email, say so. I'm gonna do it again soon. A lot of fun, enjoyed it. And preferred that you already know how to make knives, because I guarantee you, you don't know how to make Damascus this way. It took me a long time to figure it out. These things came out gorgeous. I'm very happy with it. I hope to see you here. Be a maker.